You're not thinking this is going to happen at work. This is why I'm making this video. You're not going to think, oh, okay, I'm going to have these problems. All right, guys, I'm back at it with another video. And you know what I'm saying? We definitely be talking about 9 to 5. Excuse me, what you experience with body game on a 9 to 5 is going to be a totally different experience than somebody who's not practicing body game. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has different attributes. Everybody has different characteristics. But to be honest with you guys, not everybody is in fitness. Not everybody's in body game. Not everybody wants to be in shape. Not everybody is going to put the work in to be in shape. So I'm making these videos to let you guys know and to prepare you guys, prepare like different generations to understand that like when you're working a 9 to 5, it's a reason why a lot of the people who are jacked are personal trainers. Like it's a reason why a lot of people go into personal training. It's just because that it's a respect level, but also it's a headache. Like I'm just gonna be honest with you guys, like it can be a headache. Not saying that everybody's experience is going to be a headache, but you are going to have experiences like depending if you have multiple 9 to 5s, blue collar, white collar, and it's just the fact of people really don't take well to you being jacked or for you being in shape or for you getting your body right, because you become a threat at that point. And I want you guys to understand that it's not saying that just because you're jacked is difficult. I'm saying that it's just things you're going to come across, man. It's just different comments you're going to have, man. Not a problem. It's just that you need to know how to handle these things, because guess what? If somebody's perceiving you to be a certain way, if you have a certain perception of somebody, that determines how they're going to treat you. And that fact does not change just because you're in a 9 to 5 or a workplace. And that was something, that was a harsh reality that I had to figure out, because I just automatically assumed, or I didn't think people were perfect, but I just kind of automatically assumed like if we're getting paid to be here, it's a certain mentality and attitude that I'm going to uphold, just because guess what? I don't really know you guys that well, or I'm not going to jeopardize my livelihood or my work to say a comment, you know what I mean? Or I'm not going to put everything on the line just to, you know, say a comment because I'm intimidated. Like, but that happens while you're working a 9 to 5, man. It's just that I get upset about it. Like I get upset because it's like nobody is talking about how you're being perceived. You're not, and I'm always having a conversation of saying that, hey, like this is a common occurrence. You know what I'm saying? Like women experience this all the time. Like even from a woman being not able to wear certain articles of clothing just based off of her body. You know what I'm saying? She doesn't even necessarily have to be in fitness, but more so of, okay, you wearing this type dress or you wearing this certain type of outfit is provocative. And that's just like, that's subjective. This is like, okay, you know what I'm saying? It's just like a lot of these rules are kind of made for different body types, and I feel like it's not always a positive intention. You know what I'm saying? It's not always going to be just, oh, you know, I just felt like it was just against policy. More so, the people who are enforcing it may feel uncomfortable or intimidated because of that, man. That's why I want you guys to understand that it's not an attack on guys. It's not an attack to people who are not in body game. But it's just the fact that a lot of people don't notice, or a lot of people don't know what they're getting into when they deal with it. Or when they're in the situation, guess what? They don't know how to handle it, because you're not thinking this is going to happen at work. This is why I'm making this video. You're not going to think, oh, okay, I'm going to have these problems, these political type problems based off of a body type. You normally, the people who are working out or who are in the gym, what these videos are for, they're not thinking of that. They're thinking of better themselves. They're thinking about becoming a better team leader or leading a team in a better direction. And when I say that, it's just like, I don't want it to come off as being that it's a problem or that I'm complaining about it. But if you don't go through these certain experiences, you're not going to know. And that's why I have the experience to talk about it. But I say all to say, man, with body game, it's just that it's a never ending cycle. It's a never ending battle. And don't tell me you're progressing in body game. Like, don't tell me it's a transition. Because as soon as it's a transition, that's when a lot of these comments, this is like a lot of the times, a lot of these problems or a lot of these conversations or a lot of these warnings or a lot of these write-ups happen. It's because sometimes this has something to play with it. Your body is changing. It's like you're physically manifesting a new person. Like, of course it's you, but you're physically manifesting a new body. You're manifesting a new body type. You're wearing a different size, and it's happening before people's eyes, man. So it's just that I'm saying, you guys, to be protected and understand that, you know, not everybody is going to be 100% supportive on your project, on your progress, or your, you know what I'm saying, just for you moving up the ladder physically. You know what I'm saying? Because body is the most noticeable change, man. Like, it's really one of the most noticeable change. Of course, if you get surgery, like, that's going to be a noticeable change as well, whether it be like facial or body. But I'm just saying, from a healthy standpoint, you changing your body fat percentage is going to change your opportunities in a way that people see you, which can lead to intimidation. And that's what I want you guys to understand. This is like, a lot of these comments that people are having is energy. It's energetic. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people aren't able to control how they feel, but guess what? They're going to project onto you. They're going to put that feeling onto you because they may not be feeling good on the inside about how things are playing out in their head mentally. You know what I'm saying? Everybody kind of has a fantasy or has an idea of how life should be or how things are, but that's not reality all the times, man. And I want you guys to understand that you're gonna come across people, just split it up. If it's like a 50%, 50-50 to get 100%, is going to be positives and negatives, but you guys need to understand how to navigate through the negatives to understand that this a lot of times has nothing to do with you personally. This doesn't have anything to do with your workflow. This doesn't have anything to do with your personality. This doesn't have anything to do with your looks. This doesn't have anything to do with you know what I'm saying, problems that you're having work related. Sometimes it's just how you look. Like, it's a look, it's your physique, it's your body, man. It's just like, a lot of times people try to downplay fitness as if fitness is not a big deal, but people pay millions of dollars to get their bodies to be a certain way. So they get the surgeries to get their bodies in a certain physique or a certain body fat percentage. And this is a lot serious than what people come off or explain to be, because this is an industry. The fitness industry is so powerful, and it's so important that, based off of the influencers taking different supplements and, you know, things, steroids use and all that like that, people are being influenced based off of body type. So never think that that's not a common occurrence in a 9-to-5 position. If somebody who is an influencer is doing that, why would a person who, you know, sees a body type might not feel, you know, feel a certain way? And it's just like with 9-to-5, of course a 9-to-5 isn't always enjoyable. Of course a 9-to-5 is a lot of your time, and 40 hours a week plus. So just think about being in that environment 40 hours per week plus and having to deal with something that is not something that you can control. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not going to go get bigger. You're not going to get more overweight to make somebody feel comfortable. So that's just how you are naturally, now that your body has changed, now that you've gone through transition or transformation. You know what I'm saying? So I want you guys to really take in and understand when you're working a 9-to-5. Things are going to happen. People are going to say things, but you have to keep your head up. That's why I tell you guys, keep your head up, be disciplined, stay on your workouts. Don't let anybody deter you from continuing going to the gym. And, you know what I'm saying, if there is not a pumpkin patch, but, you know what I'm saying, people bring in food and everything like that, stick to your diet, stick to your plan, because your goal is bigger than a joyful dinner or a joyful meal. A potluck, if they bring a potluck, you know what I'm saying, and maybe some sweets in there, just stick to it. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people's intentions aren't positive. A lot of people's intention with food and potlucks and work activities is not so you can be more cut. You know what I'm saying? It's more so like, energetically I'm feeling away because, you know what I'm saying, you're looking better. You know what I'm saying? You're looking more cut, you're looking more shredded, you're looking more ripped. And the person I like may be looking at you now. You know what I'm saying? So now, you know what I'm saying, I'm kind of more defensive now, and that's just more so of how the body game works in the 9-to-5, because people are going to be more so on the defense because they see you as you're an offense. You know what I'm saying? You have the possession of the ball. You're in control, and that's how people perceive it to be. And this is something that fitness gives you once you get into it, once you start taking it seriously, and once you start seeing results. And this is something that is non-verbal. People can see it. When people can see it, they don't have to explain it, they don't have to talk about it. But guess what? That doesn't stop them from feeling the emotions that they're feeling. And that's really all I wanted to tell you guys. You know what I mean? Like, body game and 9 to 5 is no joke, man. So, you know, definitely I highly suggest you get into body game. There's a lot of pros with it, but understand that with great power comes with great responsibility. And that's the end of the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please understand that. For my young guys, please understand that also. But also, please understand that this is your life, and no one should deter you or stop you based off of what they say to you or how they feel about you. Because it's not important at the end of the day. You're important. So that's the end of the video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys in my next video. I hope you guys like the quality. The quality is hidden. I love this quality a lot better. I'm glad I'm using my camera. And I'll see you in my next video. I'm out. Peace.